I like that. That's crazy.
I could chop it up about some foolish topics, but this is not about the flesh, and then I sold you profit, not a profit, but I profit off of every word spoken. Words by Abba Yahuwah, the only name that I lay dropping, only name that means something. Take away the pain from them, only if they choose to believe you. Then let it rain on the rock. Abba Yahuwah forever, remove the chains on them. People take the children, no father, the enemy's aim on them. I should tell still hanging around, ringing the tang on the snap his branch, back to his belly from where he came from. No more business, pure motivation for the free. For those who walk around with high protected degrees, you believe super ancestors, cool as a breeze in the fiery furnace. Babylon clearly out of their league. I know you feel fatigued. Hey, Daniel had a vision of us walk down. You better look around. Separation going down. Separation for liberation for all those who kept the ground. Few from the generation like the days know they heard the sound. The truth. Move along like a silver root. You ain't my calling, got no time for these simple groups. I'm your reflection, try to redirect the look at you. But there's no deceit, if the vision's clear, get the news right to you. Some of them acting like they're ready to go. Ain't no oil in the left, stay home. It's only few eggs when it opens the door. They say they so, but they wait to you. Some of them acting like they're ready to go. But ain't no oil when the left, stay home. It's only few eggs when it opens the door. They say they so, but they wait to you.
In my head, birth pains of nation. People were born from birth pains of another end of the edge. 1,000 year reign. An anointing from on high. Explain, don't accept the lie. To holler, if you hear me, speak loud and clear.
I'm never like Leonidas. Metal on this, I forgot this. Who can sound this him alone? My true provider searching every moving fiber of my being. With the obvious, I'm too excited. I'm reminded of your servant David. Trustworthy was the force behind him. Gave him courage when he faced the lie. It was really you inside him, showed him how to kill the giant or stone. Stories like this help me keep on fighting. Keep your soul on autopilot. Please take the wheel, Abba. No more clean shades for the church, but I can feel it, Abba. This is divided conquer. Never make agreements with you. If you don't belong to Abba, only you can get the issue. Pray that Abba's spirit hit you with love tonight. Dealing with you, trust me, I ain't trying to that you can't ignore the fruit, the simple wisdom, and having God to tell me the truth. Will really cause a real claiming that I'm being judgmental. You just being fickle. I ain't put a pass no. I guess it's how the traffic flow. Block me on your social media. I guess you mad at bro. Keep on with your fashion shows. Garments with no passion, bro. Inside of the cup, what's some things, but then you have to know. How can you some this for with the brethren? Taking out the words of others.
Good day, y'all.
Emotional, heart fluttering. A lot of your lips. Old school, they call it buttering.
How's everybody? Thank y'all for stopping in. Thanks for the likes. Those that haven't liked, y'all mind, y'all can please hit that like button. I would appreciate it. Let people know that that we out here. We're talking about something. Going to be talking about something. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? First of all, I want to give all praise, all honor to the Most High for blessing us with another day, another season, another reason for us to get out here and do what we need to do, be prosperous, you know, and for those who's able to watch and listen, you know, that we continue to be encouraged and motivated. See what y'all, who all in the room, who all in the building. Day 378. How you doing? How you doing? Country Hustle. What's good with you, bro? What's good with you? Hope all things well with you over there, bro. Larry, one. Obesity. Yeah, that's an issue right there, man. Obesity. Gotta watch what you eat. They say you are what you eat. Lloyd Forger, like my homeboy, okay. 6, let's see, billions, let's see, refeed, billions and best wishes to everyone. Okay. How you doing? I'm Blue Guam. I might chop your name up. How you doing? Baby Jake, have you talked to them? I'm not gonna get into that right there, Baby J. But I believe in there's a creator, higher creator than myself. Feel me? Stop lying. Okay. Lying in bed right now, James. Okay, lying in bed. All right. Hey, it's time to get some rest in, man. You need to get some rest in. Hard work, things of that nature. We put in a lot of work. So gotta put some rest. Gotta get your rest. Gotta get your body and stuff right. And speaking of that, speaking of work, I know y'all seen the thumbnail. You gotta put in that work. And let me say this, y'all. I really just want to come in, and I'm not gonna be here too long. Maybe 30, 45 minutes. All depends how the flow going. Hey, if y'all can hear me, give me a 7. Make sure y'all can hear me, cause I got my windows cracked a little bit to get a little circulation to my my road dogs. Levi and Simeon. They're in there knocked out right now. Those coming to the room, if you be so kind, hit that like button for me. I appreciate y'all. Really appreciate y'all. I know y'all had other places that y'all could have been at, but y'all stopped over here in the house, to say hello, and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for doing that. How is everybody doing? Let me know where y'all tuning in from. Drop down in the comment if y'all have any questions. If I can answer them, I'm most glad to do that. Okay, cool. Country hustle. All right, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate you, man. Just want to stop in for a second to send some words of, give some words of encouragement, some motivation. Because let me say this, the way the thing is going right now, and everybody want to be homesteaders, everybody want to go off grid, everybody want to have a ranch, everybody want animals, they want a big garden, they want massive amount of acreage. I feel you, I understand, but do you really need it? And do you let me say this and back up a little bit. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Do you have the fortitude? Do you have the ability? Do you have the unction? Do you have the wherewithal? Do you have the faith and the trust in the Most High, in order to make this move? That's a question that you need to answer yourself. That's for you. Amar, what's going on? Yes, sir. Same to you, brother. Same to you. Have you hijacked that truck, Tyrone? Have you hijacked that truck? No, I didn't hijack it, brother. I didn't hijack it. No, right now I'm borrowing it. I'm just borrowing it. That's all I'm doing. It's on borrowed time. Trust and believe me. But anyway, those coming to the room, make sure y'all keep things respectful. To each other. Because if not, you're gonna be timed out, thrown out the house. And I don't want to throw you out the house because I know there's something that you need to hear, regardless in your childish-like mentality. That you want to be a distraction. But you know what? If you want to be a distraction, just exit the building. I don't know what happened. All right, there was a bad connection there. Something happened. I don't know. Something happened. I don't know what happened. But yeah, I'm heading to Texas at the moment. I think it's Laredo. Heading to Laredo. And I got to be there by Friday. I have 14 almost 15 hours to go. You know, so I'm gonna drive maybe. I'm gonna drive a little bit. You know, I'm gonna drive a little bit. Then I'm gonna go ahead and lay it on down. You know, rest and finish it up. You know, tomorrow. Like I said, I gotta be there tomorrow. So 14. That ain't no. I ain't sweating that. That ain't nothing for real. I can do that with my eyes closed. For those coming to the room, if y'all be so kind and hit that like button, I appreciate it. But see, trolls want to come in, and nothing but the enemy want to come in and throw you off, you know. But hey, guess what? I ain't throw it off. So like I was saying, there's a lot of people that want to get out there, come out of her. I understand that they want to buy a whole lot of acreage. Oh, I need about 1,000 acres. I need about 400, 500. You know, I need to have this. I need to have that. Now, don't get me wrong, because I have the same issue. You know, and I've been Hey, it's hard when you're so used to the convenient ways of life. You feel you got to have everything lined up. But we have to understand and trust in the Most High. When He said leave, go, that means leave and go. That don't mean wait until you get this A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You could get that along the way if it's meant for you to have. You know, but right now you got to go, and right now is the time to go, and right now is not the time. Hey, out there on that land, and I have a lot of people that's in here right now that can attest to this. You know, it's not for the weak of heart. You mean you may have to get up there. I mean, man, it's so much. And if you have not lived or have a taste or gotten a taste of off-grid living, it may not work out for you. I mean, you see a lot of YouTubers going off-grid, you know, and they doing a lot of things right now, you know, and they burning themselves out, and you look back up, they back in the city. You know what I mean? They back in the city. You know what I mean? So you don't want that to be you. You don't want that to be you. Hey, you know, it's a slow race. It's a marathon. You know what I mean? It's a marathon, so you don't have to rush at it. Take your time. You pace yourself, because if you don't pace yourself, you're gonna overexert yourself, and you're gonna quit the race. You're gonna quit the marathon. You're not gonna be able to finish it. So don't let that be you. And so what I'm saying is that there's things that not just me, but other people that have lived out there. Now, let me say this with my land. I have not lived on my land. I have not lived. Now, I'm on the process of moving out there this spring, where I'm going to be living. Now, I go out there and visit, and I go out there and I build up my land. Things that I need done. First of all, security. You need security first. You know what I'm saying? And so with security, you got to think about what it is that you want and you need for security for your family, for your animals. So I went, exactly, who said that? Amar, absolutely, Amar. Fencing. That's what I did first. And I have to keep repeating this, you know what I mean, over and over and over. For one, I have those that, you know, frequently, you know, comes back. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? They support me. You know what I mean? And we on here to support each other. We on here to try to encourage each other, push each other to grow, to motivate each other. Right? That's where our intentions should be. That's my intentions, is to do just that. So you get your fencing. You want to make sure that your security is right. You want to make sure that you get your cameras. You know, I don't care if it's what kind of system that you want to get. You do your own research on that. I have some, and I will give y'all the names. You know, once I get back out there onto the land, I will show y'all my cameras, not where they set up, but which ones that I have. You know what I mean? And y'all do your research.
You do your due diligence, and see if they may be for you or they may not be for you. There may be some negatives and some that you may not like. It may be all right with me. Maybe I have other means, to balance that out. But you have to do your own diligence. Whether you're gonna get a drone, you may want to get a drone. You may want to get a couple dogs. So you want a buffer. You want a buffer between you and your family and someone, entering your border. These lot of things take place. You don't want to just jump out there. Woo! I'm off grid. I'm living off grid. You don't have means to get water. What are you gonna do with water? What you gonna do? You plan on getting, utilities out there, or what's your reason to coming off grid? What's your reason to come up out of her? You want to leave the bills behind. You don't want to incur bills. When you move, you move it off grid. If you're off grid, you off grid. You away from the system. You no longer gonna be receiving a water bill, electric bill, heat bill, gas, whatever else bills that you may have, other than cell phone and internet. Now I think that you need that. You need your cell phone communication. There's people that will be calling you, people that you need to call, and you need to get online. You may have to do certain things, whatever it's business, job related, things online. You're going to think about your animals. What animals are you going to have? You don't want to just jump into some animals that you don't know nothing about. You watch a couple YouTube videos and boom, I want some cows. I want some sheep and goats. But if you've never lived that life, you've never been around, sheep and goats and cows and any type of livestock, then master one thing first. Get good at one thing. Learn how to butcher chickens in first, things of that nature. Then you step your game up. Then you go to the bigger animals, But get some books on how to do certain things. Don't just go in blindly, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be so overwhelming. You're gonna try to put so much on your plate, you can be burnt out. I see it. I've seen it. And you see it. Take your time. Take your time. You're not going to do everything that you need to do on your homestead all at once. There's going to be constant things that you're going to have to do. Constant things that you're going to have to improve. Certain things you're going to have to rebuild. Certain things you're getting knocked out of wind. Elements going to come and do certain things. You know what I mean? And so you want to just make sure that the things that needs to be done are able and capable of getting done. How are you going to work? How are you going to bring in income? All of these things matters. And don't have, you need a plan. It said, man, vision is planning to fail. And you don't want to be the person that plans to fail because you have not planned. See, are you driving a semi? Yeah, I'm driving a semi. Yeah. What is your favorite NFL team? I know football in a long time. I watched the football in a long time. But my team at the time, it was Pittsburgh. It was the Cowboys and Pittsburgh. Them only really two NFL teams that man, it's getting hot up in here. Two NFL teams that I would follow when I was following football, but I've been so busy working and doing other things, I don't have time for it really. I haven't watched a game in a long time. Let's go to a truck stop, and they got a game on. I stopped for about a hot second, literally maybe a minute. Watch, see the score, hear what the driver's talking about up in there, and I roll out. Let's see. That's how a house actually build boundary wall. Absolutely. Mar, yes sir, absolutely, Mar. Yeah, you got to build your foundation. You got to build your foundation. And that's one thing. Do you know Wu-Tang Clan? Yeah, I'm familiar with Wu-Tang. Recorded. Yeah, I'm familiar with Wu-Tang. But the thing is that Are you able? Are you capable? You know, I mean, if you have medical needs, you have certain medical issues or whatnot, please get that taken care of first. Please work on that first. If you know what I mean, if you are on a lot of medications and stuff of that nature, please take care of that. You know what I mean? If you, I'm not saying just stop it and get onto some herbs. Let me say that. Let me make this. You know, this is for educational purposes only. Do not do. I'm not a pharmacist. I'm not a licensed herbalist. You know, I'm not a doctor. So please don't take what I'm saying on face value. Do your own due diligence. Do your own research. Don't just do something that you may see or hear that the off-grid truck are doing or did. Okay? Because what works for me may not work for you. And what worked for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for me. You know what I'm saying? So do what's best for yourself. You know, do what's best for yourself. Do what's best for your family. Grow what's good for you, and don't just grow stuff just to grow stuff. Oh, I got these seeds. I got that seed. No, grow what you eat. Grow what you eat, because that could become overwhelming too. You know, you got to gather soil. You got to do a soil sample. Self soil sample. You don't got to send it into no lab. They got tools for that. You know what I mean? They got tools for that. You can do it yourself. You know what I mean? You may have to learn about, certain things when it comes to your soil. You know, I mean, you got to know if it's too acidic, and all of that. How to amend it. How to make feed for your chickens. I mean, all of these. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't bite off more than you can chew, because what if your water freezes up? What you going to do? How you going? You know what I mean? What is your B plan? You got an A plan, have water. Okay, cool. What if your solar go out? What you going to do? What if your wood stove go out? You got backup. You got gas. You got gas stove. You got diesel. You got propane. You got wood stove. I mean, what is your plans? Do you have these things now, or you plan on getting them when you get out there? You know what I mean? That's like people that got these things and have not tested them, haven't checked them out, see if they working, and none of this stuff. I mean, you hear a lot of people. I don't know about a lot, but I know the few people that I know. They constantly try to keep y'all up in your game, so to speak. Make sure that y'all have these things available. Make sure these things are working. Instead of waiting till the time comes when you need it, you try to turn it on, it don't work. You see what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you are prepared for this. You got to put the work in. You got to put the work in. And you can't be a lazy person tomorrow. I'm going off grid. That definitely ain't going to work. If you're the type of one to sit around and watch television, soap operas, eat cookies and s'mores and all of these things all day and depend on somebody else doing something for you, it's not going to work. I'm here to tell you, I hate to bust your bubble, but it's not going to work. You wasting your time. You might as well hunker down in the city if you think that you can just get out here on raw land, unless your pockets on swole, unless you got your pockets like mumps. You know what I mean? Your pockets on swole. You got unlimited access to finances, to funds. And that's a different story. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the average person who's, just barely trying to make it. Or barely making it. They ain't trying to make it, but they want to make it, but they can barely make it. And so what are you going? I know income tax is coming up next month. What are you going to do with the money that you're going to get? I mean, it's really your money. But that's something else. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. But what you going to do? What are some of the things you're gonna get? Right now? Are you buying seeds? Are you buying rice? Are you buying grains? Are you buying things in which you can store up in your storehouses? What if we don't see? What if you don't see the income tax? What are you gonna do? I mean, it's very important, y'all. And like I said, I cannot stress this enough. And you know, and I gotta beat it. I gotta beat it. I gotta beat it. I want to talk about it. I want to scream, keep screaming from the mountaintop. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. The tide is coming. The time is coming. The tide, a tidal wave is coming. Prepare yourself. Prepare your family. Get on high ground. But like Noah, they laughed at it. Right? Laughed. Ha 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 ha. Look at this fool building this big old yacht. Right? They didn't laugh when the tide came. Right? They was knocking at the door. Same way it's going to happen to y'all who out here prepping, who preparing. See, prepping is nothing but those who prepare. That's all it is. Our ancestors did it for years. They was preparers. But now the modern term is preppers. Hey, those coming to the room, if y'all could be so nice and kind, hit that like button for me. Share the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Join the Off-Grid Tribe. There's a lot of things that we're talking about over here. A lot of things that we in the process of doing. You know, one step at a time. You know what I mean? So we welcome y'all. Come on in. You know what I mean? Hey, stop for a second. You don't got to keep strolling. You know, sit back, relax, kick your shoes off for a second. You stuffed yourself over these last few days or whatnot. You know, just relax for a minute. Come on in the room and build. You know what I mean? Say hi to everybody. You know what I mean? And, hey, I welcome conversation. You know, so anything you want to ask, any questions and all that, man, I miss so many. Man, look, I missed so many questions, y'all. I apologize. I really do. I ain't getting. Okay. Hey, you make sure y'all keep things respectful, okay? Please stop using phone while driving. I ain't using the phone. Stop streaming and pay attention to the road. Absolutely. Yes. Hey, 51st. Do a flip. What kind of flip? Yes, I was wondering about. Well, electricity, on top of this, Amar, you know, electricity, if you're going off grid, first of all, if you're going raw land, it's going to cost a lot of money for you to get a pole brought in from wherever that nearest pole is, you know, and put on your land. But then you still, you know, back, my best suggestion, this is just me, and everybody entitled to their own, I say go solar. I say get some solar panels, go online, find some solar panels, get a book, learn about connecting solar, you know, how wattage, you know, how much wattage and all these things that you may want and need in your house or cabin or whatnot, you know, and refrigerator wise, look at the wattage and everything. And hey, just do your due diligence. There's books out there that speaks about how to, you know, plug up and hook up your solar to whatever that you're trying to hook up to, bro. You know, hey, go look that up. Go check it out. You know, I have a book. I don't have it with me, but there were some books when I was out there on the ranch. The opportunity to talk about, but there's some books. Just go online, you know, and Google it and see. You know what I'm saying? And find, you know, go through it and see what's best for you. But that's me. I'm using solar. You know, as far as I'm using solar. And solar lights in the cabin. You know, I'm solar. You know, I'm using the sun. Are you planning on coming out the closet for 2026? See, who said that? Mike. See, I'm gonna have to remove that. I'm gonna have to remove that. And let me say something, Mike. Ain't nobody in no closet. What kind of closet are you talking about coming out the closet? You know, are you in the closet? Maybe you in the closet. And you want somebody to come out with you. But guess what? I ain't in the closet. I'm exposing all those who may be. So if you one of them, you're a troll, then hey man, you know, hit that like button, troll. You know, hit the like button. Let me see. You can't do a flip. What you want? You want to flip and see the road? I hit a flip for you. There you go. I know y'all tired of seeing my face. You want to look at the road? There we go. Look at the road for a minute. Highways and byways. Hey, those coming to the room, if y'all can be so kindly, hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. Give y'all a little scenery as I roll. You know, Let me see. Trailer Park resident. John, what you talking about? Trailer Park resident. Was you there on here last time, John? Talking about the trailer park. Did you got trailer park? Oh, I'm paying attention. That's the first thing. I'm going to do that. Hey, shalom, bro. Let's see. Hopefully, you're not the one driving, because it looks like you're looking at the camera more than you are at the road. Glad I'm not driving around you. Oh man, I'm not driving. I'm not driving. I'm not driving at all. Right. So, do you people get government subsidy for using solar? I don't get no subsidies for using it, nor do I want it. I'm not even seeking after it. You know what I'm saying? Don't say buy a property with some infrastructure already in place that needs work. It's cheaper to modify an existing house. You know what? That's true. That's true. Who's that? Bong. That's true. That's true. Hey, that's if you got the funds, right? If you got the funds, solar panel. If you got the funds, yeah, exactly. I would do that. Watch it from Kenya. Hey, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in from Kenya. Hey, y'all, if y'all haven't liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, come on over, subscribe, join the Off Grid Tribe. We're talking about a lot of things, doing a lot of things over here. Future things is going on. We're here to help each other, edify each other, help each other to grow. So that's what we're doing over here. So if you like that, type of edification, you like that type of company, then we're the right company to be around. Come to the right place. So come on in, chill out, relax, kick off your shoes, and enjoy yourself. Let me see. Racist trolls, should do better about what they aren't on the wrong stuff. Absolutely, that's nothing but a distraction. That's nothing but a distraction. And with that, that's the enemy. That's the enemy that want to come in and try to sow seed of destruction and distraction. But hey, they came to the wrong place, right place, cause I got that smoke. I got that smoke for them. I'll tap them out. Tap them out. Mark Frontier. Hey, what's going on, Mark? Thank you for stopping in, man. Thank you for stopping in. Where are you driving through right now? I don't know. I think I'm somewhere still in Iowa. I'm in Iowa. I really don't look at the states I'm going through. I've been driving for almost 26 years. All of them look the same. Like right now, this will look like a part of Ohio where I'm driving through at the moment. But I could be in Kansas. If you shout out my name, I will subscribe. My real name is Dixon Mays. Hey, you gotta do what you like. Do what you like, because I don't know what's behind that one right there. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you, Mark. I only know you by Mark. Why don't you go out? I appreciate you, Mark Frontier. Go out there and maybe change and come on back in as the name that you want me to shout out. And I can do that. Yeah, everything truth comes out. The role and truth. Yeah, it does. Everything come out. Everything comes out. Everything comes out. Growing what you eat. Absolutely, it does. It was a joke. Did you get it? Nah, I didn't get that, Mark. I didn't get that. Enlighten me. I must admit it. I must admit it, man. I must have missed it. I must have missed that one. But yeah, a lot of these trolls, they'll come in, they'll say a lot of things, to distract, and throw you off. But like I'm saying, I'm not gonna get thrown off of this. I'm just, trying to converse with an off-grid tribe, you will understand after Nixon may ask. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Yes, I appreciate it. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Hey, I was slow on that one for a minute. I was slow on it, but I got it now. But yeah, it's definitely y'all. It's definitely important for y'all to start looking for land. Let me tell y'all right now. All those that's on here right now. Okay. You know, all those on here right now. If y'all trying to get land, y'all look for owner financing. Y'all look for owner finance. I'm kind of heavy right now on my load, so my speed fluctuates. You know what I mean? Right now I'm going 35. You know, my owner finances, y'all. Buy land. Now you don't have to go through. You don't have to give an arm or a leg up. You know, you don't have to have 100 years of financial statements. You know, in order to purchase a house, you look for owner financing. A lot of owner financing places, they'll no credit checks. You pay a certain amount down, and you pay monthly. You know, just like you paying on your car note. You know, you paying a rent, you paying, you know, something like that. Same difference. But this is land that you're able to get on there immediately and start building. Now, if you want, as I think I forgot who mentioned that earlier, if you want a already, you know, structure, you know, a structure already there, you know, and you got to do a little bit of modification on it, then go ahead and get a loan. But if your money's long, and you know, and you want to just go ahead and just buy straight out, hey, that's the move too. You know, because I was thinking about getting a loan and going to get, you know, all of this stuff, getting my credit and stuff together, and going out there and buying a piece of property already with a structure on there, pond and everything, barn, all of that. But I said, you know what? I'm not going to go in debt. It's just me. I don't want to be, you know, a slave to the lender. Because at the end of the day, that's all that I would be. I'm speaking about myself. Y'all could be different. You know what I mean? You know, it could be different. But if not, then who said that? Ella Bowers. I'm going to leave on board. Hey, you know, hey, I appreciate you stopping in there. You know, I just want and pray that you are you ready. You know what I'm saying? That you got something, that I was able to give you something in order for, you know, you to motivate you and encourage you to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of, I don't have anything that's exciting more, nor, you know, other than this information that I'm giving. That should be exciting enough. You know, go back on my archives, check some of my archives out. You know what I mean? And see what, you know, it is that maybe you can utilize. You know what I mean? But have a good day. You have a blessed day. Be safe out there on them highways and byways, wherever you may be traveling. You know, but yeah, mainly, you know, for those who stand around and still listen, like I said, I'm not going to hold y'all too long on here. You know, I just wanted to come in and you know, hey, keep motivating y'all, keep encourage y'all, you know, to get out there. Y'all can do it. You can get it done. But I want y'all to get out there and look for some owner financing. Google it. You know, it's still a little early. Google it, owner financing, and see what y'all can find. You know, and give them a call and see what they offer, see what they have, see what they're doing, what kind of programs they have. You know, sounds something that you like, you know, or you're not for sure. Hey, I'm always here. You know what I mean? I'm always here, you know, to reach out to me. And if I can help and I can assist in any way, you know, then I will do so. But for those who's really interested in getting some land, you know, send me send a message. Send a message, you know, through my email, or just send me a message on here. You know, those that may be watching later in the replay, just send a message saying I'm interested, and I'll reach out to you. You know, maybe leave an email or something like that. You know, I don't know how you do it on here. You know, and I'll send you the information to where, you know, another owner financing place that's reputable, and y'all can look into that company, do your due diligence, look into that company. You know, just because I recommend somebody, you always do your research. But if I recommend anything, period, you always do your due diligence. Just don't take it on face value. Oh, the off-grid got it, he doing it. No, hey, you may not like it. It may be some, you know, something that you don't like about it. You may not like the color. You may like the weight on it, anything. You know what I mean? I may say certain animals that I'm going to be getting. You may not like these animals. You know what I mean? You may have some other animals in mind. You know, so don't take things what I say or anybody on this social media platform has to say. All right, do your due diligence on, do your research. You know, you may get an outfit like that right there. You know, you may get something like that. He probably off grid. You know, he may be off grid, going traveling. Gave up his house. A lot of people selling their houses, giving up houses. You know, and going to get that right there, RV, and they got what's that, side by side, a little terrain type off-road vehicle. You know, I was looking into that. Moso Braun for trucking, absolutely, bro. Keep it trucking. That's what it's about. That's what it's about right now. Anyway, I'll be off the road by spring. I ain't gonna be over the road. I might be local, find something. I don't care if I'm gonna work at Wally World or somewhere, but it's the fact that I just need to be local. I need to be home more to pay more attention to my land and my family. I gave trucking almost 26 years now. What are the typical interest rates for owner financing? Hey, you know, it varies. It varies, Amar. It varies. You know, when I got my property, it was years ago. You know, it was like almost 4 years, and the interest rate is lower than you actually going out here and getting a house. I'll tell you that much. But hey, if you're interested in Amar, you know, or anybody else, you know, just let me know, and offline or whatever, say I am, you know, because I know after the live I'm not gonna be able to see messages on here. But if you go once the live ends, you know, go and leave me a message on there. Say I am, you know, I'm interested. You know what I mean? Then I'll send y'all the information. Then when y'all ready to go ahead and push that button, I'll send you the name of my contact. You know, good guy, and he can bring everything down to you. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: if you got $200, $200 will get you in the door. Yeah, you heard me right. 200, 200, or 200.00, however you want to put it. You know what I mean? Can get you in on some land. But here's the thing: you have to act now. Don't sit back when I give you the information. Don't sit back and just, you know, like, you know, oh man, I can't get it right now, or I don't want to get it right now. If you have to go in with somebody to get it, then I advise you to do that. I advise you to do that. To go in with somebody, so a like-minded person, and purchase some land. You know, you don't have to have 1,000 acres of land unless you plan on raising cattle or sheep or goats or whatever you may be doing. But you don't need all of that in order to survive, because that's a lot of work. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I have quite a bit of acreage, and I have y'all know I got 7 acres. I have 7 acres fenced in. I'm not utilizing that whole 7 acres. I have not seen my whole 7 acres. I mean, I've seen it, you know, but have I been on there lately and seen it? No. I've been maintaining my 2 acres, you know, and I have a riding lawnmower and a 0 turn. And it's kind of challenging to do it with that, you know. So then you were talking about fencing. What kind of fencing are you going to have? You're gonna have barbed wire. You're gonna have electric fencing. You're gonna have, what kind of fencing you gonna have? So that's another question. Interest rates for okay. Let's see. See Ryan that own farm and looking to buy some joggers. Hey, I'm a little slow on that one. What is joggers? So joggers. What is that, Ryan? Hey, with those who come on that haven't liked the video, if y'all could please send a like out my way, I appreciate it. I'm not asking for no money. Just tap the screen 2 times for me, and I appreciate it. It go a long way. It'll go a long way. I appreciate it. I'm not gonna hold y'all much longer though, but I appreciate all of y'all that stepped in. That stayed for a minute, kick your shoes off. You had a drink of tea. Maybe have some cheese and crackers or whatever. Maybe brought y'all lunch in the room and ate the lunch to go and about to get up and leave. But I appreciate you just stopping in. Let me see. Okay, Ryan said 200. Acting now. Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Hey, make sure that those that's interested, that after this live ends, that y'all come back on, and leave a message stating that you're interested in the on the financing, and I'll reach out to you. I'll send you the information. If you could be so kindly and do that, and share the video. Share the video. If you can share the video, I appreciate it too. Anything helps, our community grow. And that's what it's about. I want to be able to help. And y'all really don't know the true reason why I purchased land is to help not just my family or my inheritance, but for the people. It's mandatory that, we look out for those that's needy, the orphans, the widows, and the fatherless. You know what I'm saying? And so with those men that's interested in any type of knowledge, wisdom, or understanding when it comes to homesteading, if it's something that I can't provide, then I have those that's been doing a lot longer than me that can provide the wisdom, the wherewithal, the knowledge that you may be looking for. On here too, they're also in the tribal community. So this is all about us helping each other. Because we can't no longer depend on the big pharma, the GOV, to help us out. We have to come together and help each other out when times in need. So let's come together, join together, and walk as a unit, walk as one. Because when we're separate, when we divided, that's how they pick us off. But when we all have one mindset, one goal, one vision to get there, then it's hard, But we talking about overpowering the government. We're not talking about doing any type of harm. We're just talking about survival. We're talking about eating healthy. We're talking about no medications. We're talking about keeping our body, our minds, our temple clean and pure, as the Most High has designed it to be. If y'all read the Word, the Bible, and whatnot, even in the Quran or any other biblical book, it speaks about the clean temple. Only way that you can truly focus and function is with a clean temple, a clean heart, and that's what we after. We after that. But the only way that we're going to achieve that is what we eat. It starts with our stomach, what we eat. And what we eat, if we eat things that's not healthy for our gut, then it will show in other forms. High blood pressure, diabetes, all eczema, all types of other ailments. But yet, the Most High has given us every seed-bearing herb to heal our bodies from the inside out. But we have to get back to the old path. We have to get back to how our ancestors used to live and what they used to do and heal themselves instead of depending on this modern medicine. We don't have to depend on that. We have to just learn, relearn, and study, ask questions, and get back to it. That's all it is. And there's so many books available right now, online, offline, hardback, softback, books, all of that's available. We got it right here in our fingertips. Right here in our fingertips. Smartphones. AI is out here. It can plant your garden, all herbs and everything. Utilize these things. Utilize it for your best interest. If you want a business, AI will draw up a business plan for you, step by step. Utilize that. I know a lot of people say, "Oh man, that's the devil. That's the A." Listen, if it's not causing you any harm and it's benefiting you and can benefit your family, it can take time off of you doing it. AI can do it within seconds. And it's gonna take you some months or weeks to draw up a business plan. AI can do it instantaneously, and it can be just for you. It can design you a building, a house, blueprint, all of that. Utilize it. Don't sit back and say you can't do it. I don't know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, hey, come on now. You got it right in front of you. It's right in front of you, y'all. So all you got to do is ask the question, AI, how you do it? And it will draw that stuff. Do you want this? Do you want me to add that? It'll ask questions as it's designing it. You may have to utilize this stuff. If you don't want to go to the library, you don't want to do the footwork, you know what I mean? Then hey, guess what? You got to do something. You got to put this thing into motion. Because I don't want, things start happening. And you be like, you know what? Maybe I should have thought about what Off Grid said. Maybe I should have took his advice. Maybe I should have did this or did that. It's not too late, but you got to get it out there and get it done. And first thing is first to get some land. And then getting some seeds. Finding some seeds. Finding some seeds. Don't go to Walmart and think you can find some heirloom seeds. Find a reputable company that when you plant these seeds that you're gonna get a harvest. You're gonna get a harvest.
What AI tool do you use?
I don't know what tool it was that I used. I think it was just I don't know. I think it was just regular AI. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's the exact tools, but I go in there. Like sometimes if you go to your search engine or Google search, AI pop up on there. If y'all haven't noticed it, a lot of information that they give, it says AI. Can AI help me find prospective customers in my business? Hey, you know what? AI actually could. It will lead you in the direction. You know what I mean? It will give you a format to what to say, a questionnaire and everything. You know what I mean? But you have to, what I've seen, you have to design AI to your customer. How you like it, what you wanted to do, what you wanted to say, what you wanted to look for. Nah, not just Google. No, not Google. There's actually, like, if you Google AI or go into your search engine and you search AI, it'll give you a couple drop downs on what AI are you trying, what best fits you. Put it like that. And like I said, I'm not an advocate for AI. I'm just saying what I've seen and what I have done, because I have had AI, before, customize me a house or my cabin, the dimensions and everything. It did it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, take advantage of it. Go research it. Go look it up. You know what I mean? And see what you see. Google, YouTube it. Go on YouTube and say, hey, what best AI tool to use to customize Blase Skippy? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, hey, it's here. It's here. We can't get around it. I mean, people open the doors through AI, through, one of the and all of these things. We open the door, me, myself included. I wanted this phone. Oh, that phone, is acting up. Let me upgrade this phone. I'm getting this phone, 4 cameras, 5 cameras. Went from 1 camera, now I got 4 cameras on the back. You know what I mean? So I went from 2K or now to 4, 5, 6K. We open the doors for these things, man. But if a tool, AI is a tool. Utilize it as that. Utilize that. Uh, okay. Okay, yeah, you got it. Okay, yeah, guys, you got that. Guys, got it. Hey, and if it works, hit me back up, and let me know, like, bro, I found this. Oh, I found this tool. Maybe a good tool to use, because there's things like business wise, man. Hey, utilize it. Those are lenses on the back of your phone, not cameras. Okay, they lenses. You're right. They're lenses. Yep, absolutely. Yep, I stand corrected on that. Yep, they're lenses on the back, not cameras. Right. Yep. So the lens is actually what the camera see through, whatnot. Yep, absolutely. But yeah, oh, that was American tradesman. Yes, yep, absolutely. Hey, I'm not technical, when it comes to that. I know there's certain ways you can utilize, your camera, in the function, in order to function the lens as you need to. Even on my phone, I don't even utilize all the tools on my phone to do all these things. I really don't. I know you can get better clarity and all of that on here, but I don't utilize that. I just, it got good picture quality. That's all that matters. Video is good. I know some phones, that thing is like binoculars. You can zoom in about a mile away, and pick up a sign. Some phones, I don't know if they iPhones or whatever, what American tradesmen say, giving you a hard time, brother. No, you good. You know what I mean? Because hey, I stand corrected too. So you all right. I ain't into my feelings. You know what I mean? I don't get into my feelings. Hey, if I make an error, please correct me. You know what I mean? Because I'm nowhere near perfect. Hey, I'm human. I'm a human, a male. A servant. As we all are. And I'm just here, man, to provide, an outlet, opportunity, for those that can connect with each other, to build with each other, learn from each other. You know what I mean? Because each one teach one. And it's a village. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're a tribe, and the tribe is a village, and we all help and support each other. You know what I mean? In this tribal union. You feel me? So hey, I'm not a chief. I'm not no title up there above no one else that's on here. If I'm just because I'm on, online, I got followers, or I have family subscribers, not so much followers. You know what I mean? Because I don't look at y'all or no one on here as a follower. We all are leaders. We all are leaders. And we all, make our own decisions according to our houses. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not no better than no one else that's on here. You know what I mean? Period. Point blank. But so we got 1 minute left, y'all. Hey, so hey, I appreciate y'all. Now don't forget. First of all, like the video. If you haven't liked the video, I appreciate it. Share it and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And if you're interested in owner financing place to go check out, leave in the comment section after the video is over. I'm interested in owner financing. The information was good or whatever, and come back once I give it to you. Give me a review on how things is, whether or not I'll continue to, tell people about this company and whatnot. And if you're watching on the replay, do the same thing. Just leave a message down there saying that you're interested in owner financing. And I appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking me out. And those that don't know me, I go by the Off-Grid Trucker. I've been out here on these highways and byways. I'm off grid as well. Soon we'll be officially off grid, you know, a living off grid in about another 3 more months, you know, and I have my land for almost 4 years now, and I started from raw land, raw land. You go back to my archives, you look, and you see weeds up to, you know, probably about 3 feet high. You know, and you look at it now, came a long way. It takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication. Did I want to quit? Absolutely. And you're going to come across that time too, where it's like, man, there's a lot of work. It's going to take work. It's going to take work. But guess what? The reward is going to be well worth it. All right? So y'all stay blessed. Don't stress. And grow your own. Eat your own. Raise your own. Till next time, peace, blessings. Have a shalom.